From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. Danish leaders have warned against the Trump administration and its spying tactics. This isn't the first time Danish leaders summoned the top U.S. diplomat for an explanation about alleged spying in Greenland. They did it in May after the Wall Street Journal reported that high-ranking officials under Trump's intelligence chief Tulsi Gabbard had directed intelligence agency heads to learn more about Greenland's independence movement and sentiment about U.S. resource extraction there. Denmark Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen spoke with the Associated Press the next day, saying you cannot spy against an ally. The embassy declined to comment on the summoning of Jennifer Hall Godfrey, acting head of the U.S. Embassy in Copenhagen. The Danish foreign minister also chimed in and has issued a statement on the report. We are aware that foreign actors continue to show an interest in Greenland and its position in the Kingdom of Denmark. Danish Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen said in a statement emailed Wednesday by his ministry, it is therefore not surprising if we experience outside attempts to influence the future of the kingdom in the time ahead. Any attempt to interfere in the internal affairs of the kingdom will, of course, be unacceptable, Løkke Rasmussen said. In that light, I have asked the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to summon the U.S. Charge d'Affaires for a meeting at the ministry. Cooperation between the governments of Denmark and Greenland is close and based on mutual trust, he added. Donald Trump has decided to take over Union Station in Washington, D.C. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced Wednesday that his department is taking management of Union Station, the main transportation hub in Washington, away from Amtrak. Duffy said ahead of an appearance with Amtrak President Roger Harris at Union Station for the launch of the next-gen Acela, the rail service's new high-speed train, that the building, a short walk from the U.S. Capitol, had fallen into disrepair when it should be a point of pride. Duffy's words echoed Trump, who said last week that he wants $2 billion from Congress to beautify Washington as part of his crackdown on the city. Meanwhile, Bill Polt, the nation's top housing regulator, told senators weighing his nomination as the top housing regulator that his number one mission will be to strengthen and safeguard the housing finance system. Since then, he's become one of Trump's enforcers, using property records to make accusations of mortgage fraud and encourage criminal investigation of the president's political enemies. Polt's allegations against Lisa Cook that she designated two homes as her primary residence to get more favorable mortgage rates are serving the president's efforts to exert more control over the independent central bank. Cook plans to fight her removal, laying the groundwork for a legal battle that could reshape a cornerstone institution in the American economy. Fraud will not be tolerated in President Trump's housing market, he wrote on social media. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Meanwhile, we have some sad news to report. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has said that a shooting has occurred at a Minneapolis school. The shooting occurred Wednesday during the first week of classes at a Minneapolis Catholic school. Minnesota's governor said there was no immediate information on any injuries, but Governor Tim Walz called the gunfire horrific. The Minneapolis city government said the shooter had been contained after the gunfire at the Annunciation Church's school, and there was no active threat to residents. Walz said on social media that he has been briefed on the shooting. I'm praying for our kids and teachers whose first week of school was marred by this horrific act of violence, Walz wrote on X. A person answering the phone at an Annunciation school said students were being evacuated. The gunfire was the latest in a series of fatal shootings in the city in less than 24 hours. One person was killed and 6 others hurt in a shooting Tuesday afternoon outside a high school in Minneapolis. Hours later, 2 people died in 2 other shootings in the city. And that's the news at this hour. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can listen to PEP Radio on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. On September 1st, PEP Radio is changing its entire daily programming schedule. Details coming to social media. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.